I don't know how you all feel, but I have to say, lockdown is my lifestyle. I'm inside working, I'm inside training, go for a run by myself, go for a walk by myself. That's all. I hope you're all good and healthy and safe, inshallah. Today we want to talk about the importance of building a personal brand, especially during times of crisis and the lockdown. So as we go along, I would love to hear from you. What quotes and things did you really like about this video? Leave it down in the comments, inshallah, and share your diversity with us. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Share Diversity. If you are new, salam, I'm Sina. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have been here before, thank you so much for coming back. During a lockdown like this, like the one that we are experiencing right now, it's important to realize the things that you can do with your day and the things that you can do about your business and about your brand that are still possible. There's a huge opportunity to build a brand because right now, physical businesses are struggling. The stock market is crashing. It is the fastest stock crash since 1929. And the only thing that is growing is consumption of online content, especially consumption of personal brand content, and also the amount of people who buy products and services from individuals online. Your personal brand is so important during these times because even if you have a physical business or even if you work in a company that right now is in a lockdown and you can't really work, not even remotely, the importance of your personal brand is how you're gonna get out of it. People don't buy your product, they buy your personality. Your personality is your personal brand. Your reputation is your personal brand. Your legacy and the basis of your career success is your personal brand. You are going to be fine. It's because you have a strong personal brand. Because people know you and they trust you. And whatever you're going to pivot into, you are being flexible because people trust you. They trust your personal brand. What matters more is what people think about you. And as you are consuming a lot of content right now, I bet with you are, whether that is Netflix or YouTube or TikTok or podcasts or books, whatever content you are consuming, you know you're going to buy a lot of that content if it's available. If there is a way to get entertainment and education during this lockdown, it's because content is out there. And content is a great way to connect, whether that is to future opportunities or collaborators or your audience. So let's say you have been working and you're currently in lockdown, so you can do half of your job from home and the rest you just have to cut your hours. What can you do about this? You have to create a personal brand in a way that people recognize you for what you are an expert in, what you know and what you can do. Totally independent from the situation that is going on right now. What can you provide to the world? What are the things that you're good at? What experience do you have? What things are to you personally that can benefit others? First of all, you can tell your story. How did you get the job you're in right now? What are you doing right now? What is the behind the scenes of your education? What's the behind the scenes of your work? How is it for you to work in an industry or be an expert in a field where you don't see a lot of people who look like you? So how is your experience right now? And whatever you're doing, whether you are a lawyer or you are in health education or you are a coach or you are a fitness instructor, it really doesn't matter. Content marketing is there for everyone. You tell your story. What can you tell about your personal life that connects with your professional life? What are you doing to educate yourself? What can you bring to the world? What are tips that people need to hear? Who is your audience? And how can you bring them value? That's the most important question when it comes to creating content. Let's say you are a fitness instructor and usually you meet people face to face, right? What can you do right now to build your personal brand and to connect to your audience without meeting them? You can consult them and coach them online. What is their situation right now? They are at home, so how can they work out at home? Give them input about revamping their health right now because they are at home and they can cook. Create special content for them. And if you want to learn more about special content, I've created a separate video about what industry you could be in and what exact content can you create. So either look up here or in the description below. Right now, what you're facing is social distancing. And it's difficult to keep in contact with people, whether that is making them remember what you can do, what are you an expert in, what's your work, what are you helping them with, how can you collaborate. You just lose sight. Content marketing is a tool to keep in contact with your audience and your collaborators and to build a reputation at the same time as you might be struggling. And people don't need to see that. People need to see what are you good at and what are you making out of the situation. What can you tell them? What kind of value can you give people without being in the workplace, without going to events, without being in face-to-face contact with people? What can you provide for them that could be of value for them? Right now, everyone is consuming content. You got to flip it around and create it. You have to create more than you consume. Create content about your business. Create content about your expertise. Create content about the behind the scenes of what you're doing. Create content about what you know. Give people the input that they are seeking, because everyone wants to consume now, and you have to be the person who gives them what they consume. Now there are millions, if not billions, of people sitting at home and watching content. You should be the person who takes it in their hand to create online communication with their audience and with their potential business partners. Because this is how you create your personal brand, not by locking yourself up and thinking about how everything is going down, but by using this time to create something that is longer lasting, which is a reputation that is truly who you are and what you can bring to the world. And if you want to learn more about personal branding, check out our Start the Right Brand Guide. You will learn how to build a personal brand that is true to who you are, that fulfills your purpose. You will get to know your audience, and you will create your first brand actions. So inshallah, click the link in the description to access it. And now I would love to hear from you, inshallah. How can you build your personal brand right now during this lockdown and during this crisis? Leave it down in the comments and share your diversity with us. And if you think someone needs to hear this message, please share it with her. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on the notification button so you can get the freshest, the newest content. And I'll see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.